Alrighty, how's it going today? Today we are going to take on this trial. Challenge the Great Count. Now, a little bit of info on the boss other than our general rewards here. We need to do no limit bursts, no items, and evoke an Esper. Shouldn't be too difficult, so let's see how it goes. Uh, he is a Reaper, so Undead Killer will do well against him. He has 19.9 million hit points. He's got a lot, but it can be bursted down fairly easily. He's got 9,900 MP, and he has 480 magic attack and 435 magic. Those two stats can be broken. Defense and spirit cannot be broken, but he only comes in with 70 defense and 780 spirit. So we're obviously going to be doing physical damage. A little bit of info on the fight is he has a preemptive strike. The preemptive strike sucks. It does a single target charm, so a tank with innate provoke would be very handy. Magic AoE damage, which isn't too much, but it can hurt a little bit. And a AoE MP drain. That's the part that sucks. It will drain all of your MP more than likely. So you need to have your MP battery, have innate, or just have refresh, and have a large amount of MP. He doesn't hit terribly hard as long as you have him broken. If you don't have him broken, you could have some issues. So, the units I recommend is a healer slash summoner. Garnet works good. It makes it so that you can get that Evoke an Esper out and done quick. If you aren't too worried about that, throw a better healer in here. Throw the best healer you got. It doesn't really matter. I could throw CG Fina in there and be cool. But I'm doing it with Garnet. So, we want a tank with innate provoke. I have Wilhelm here with Moogle plushie on. Big bad tank with a teddy bear. We want an MP battery. CG Nicole fits this bill great. There's other units that can fit it fine. I think Rosa is a good budget unit to fit this bill, as long as she has refresh. I'm not positive on her. I've never really used her. And haven't enhanced her either, for obvious reasons. I haven't used her. You want to build your MP battery with as much MP, defense, and spirit as possible. If you hit high enough on all those stats, you might survive the innate strike with a little bit of MP left. But it's unlikely. So just try and build them as tanky as possible. You want a breaker. Attack and magic can be broken, and that's why we want a breaker. The more you can break him, the less damage he'll do. I believe Illusionist Nicole here does, I think, a 45-50% break, somewhere around there. And it's a Halloween unit, so I want to try and use it, you know? There's no point not to. So, we are going to bring Hios in for our damage dealers. Now, any Divine Ruination will work with Hio, or you could use even like Onion Knight or Tidus with a quick hit chain. Any chainers will work. I'm personally using Hios. You could use your own Agrius if you don't have Hio, or Orlandu if you don't have Hio. Or Verdus of the Dark even. Any chainer will work as long as you have a friend that can chain with him. And that'll help you burst down the boss faster. The innate damage is the one that is the hardest to recover from. So let's see how it goes to start. Now, a little bit more info while it's loading is you need to have status resistances across the board on your tank. That is necessary. And you cannot damage him on turn 2, 5, 8, 11, etc. 14. You don't want to damage him after that, or during those turns. He will do single target damage, or single target death, and he will heal himself up by 25%. Now that single target death ignores death resistance. So, You don't want to have to deal with that. And obviously him healing himself up, that sucks. So this first turn, we're going to guard through. Hopefully our units survive and all that good stuff. Hopefully he just continues doing single target attacks. Perfect. So, our illusionist Nicole died. That could be an issue, but what we're going to do is we're going to break with Wilhelm. Because we don't have a breaker right now. Well, actually, no, it's turn 2. We don't want to break. So, we cannot break this turn. So, what we're going to do is we're going to raise up Nicole. And we're going to cure. After that, we are going to... We're not going to worry about... Well, no, we have to do some MP recovery this turn to make sure Wilhelm can provoke. So we're going to do that, as well as Impenetrable Stance to reduce the incoming damage. So, Heos, this turn, they... let's see. Do they have any kind of a self-healing move? I do not remember. You know, we're going to do Heat Drive on both of them. Just to boost their defensiveness. That way they don't take as much damage. Maybe they'll survive. And Wilhelm is going to cover all. And let's see how this does. Perfect. And we have some counters going in. Not that big of a deal. Heo was petrified and charmed. So, that could be an issue. Oh, and we had Illusionist Nicole, or CG Nicole there, charmed as well, or confused. So, that is a problem. Our Wilhelm did not do his job correctly. But let's see if we can recover from that. Okay, so we can recover from the petrification, so that's good. We are going to dual white cast magic. I don't think we really need to worry about the petrification this turn. So we're just going to heal up. See, our illusionist Nicole is now going to break. This way he starts doing a lot less damage. This way we can survive easier. And Wilhelm is just going to guard. He doesn't really need to do anything else. And let's see. This turn we will go ahead and do a little bit of damage with Heo. But as you can see, Heo does a ton of damage. And the boss hits like a kitten when he is broken. Unfortunately, our CG Nickel is still confused. So, now what we are going to do is... Okay, he doesn't have any kind of a drain, so he's going to guard. Actually, no. He is going to snap Nickel out of his state of confusion. So, this way he's not confused anymore. Fantastic. Heo, he can just regularly attack. We want to kind of bide our time, get recovered fully before we start having some issues. Next turn we won't be able to attack, so we're going to go ahead and do Imperial Lance to get him back some MP. And as per the normal, we are going to heal. We don't need to heal a whole lot, so we're going to use this turn to take off that petrification. And now, as long as we can get a provoke put up, which all is looking good so far. So this turn, Wilhelm is going to, well, first, we're going to recover some much needed MP, and we are going to Soulful Stance to boost our, stats up. And this way, Garnet will be doing much more with healing, and we'll just be doing much better in total. Garnet is going to use this turn to heal. I would love to do Pray to the Eidolons, but I want to make sure everybody's at full health, specifically Hio down there. So, big difference in the healing now. She heals everybody up to full. Now, Wilhelm is going to do Impenetrable, and Illusionist Nicole here is going to do Redirect. So Wilhelm is now covering all and provoking. So hopefully all attacks now go to Wilhelm there. These two, they're going to, actually they're just going to guard. They're going to guard through this turn. And we'll see how this goes. Okay, his break wore off, but we should be okay. Okay, Illusionist Nicole was charmed. Lakshmi, the Esper, has a move that if you level her up, she can give the team AoE charm resistance. I don't have it, but that would have come in handy here. Say I had Lakshmi on one of the Hios. That would have been perfect. But we didn't. Such is life. We make do with what we got. So, we're going to Kuraja. Actually, I think we're going to Pray to the Eidolons. We're going to play that by ear to start out with. We already have Soulful Stance up. We're going to do a little bit of MP recovery and Impenetrable Stance to reduce that incoming damage. Now, what we're going to do is, because his brakes are off, we're going to use Wilhelm to break. Now, if you had Warrior Light, he could break both attack and magic for 45%. But I brought Wilhelm. So that's what we're going to do. And even Wilhelm just did a ton of damage to him. So, Garnet's looking a little low on health, and I don't trust that. So we're going to use her to heal. And our Hios, I don't want to do too much damage, because I know they'll do a ton of damage if I push too far. So we're just going to normally attack with both of them. Maybe get a little bit more Esper orbs coming in. And as soon as, well, Wilhelm was charmed that turn. That could be an issue, but we should be fine, because he should still take the damage. This turn we're looking good, so we are going to Pray to the Eidolons. And let's see, CG Nickel is going to now boost our defense and spirit greatly. And this is turn 7. We can't damage him next turn, but this turn we can. So we're just gonna kind of let's see how much damage this does. I don't want to chain it up because I don't want to do too much damage, but we can do Flame Blade twice over. And this way we just get a little bit of damage in there, get a little Esper orbs, get a little bit closer to that one-hit KO. There he goes, trying to charm everybody again. Okay, so Illusionist Nicole, no longer charmed. Phenomenal, because now we're on turn 8. What we're going to do, Illusionist Redirect on Wilhelm here. He doesn't have the single target provoke up anymore, so that could be a problem, but hopefully we'll be fine. We are going to Curaga, and we're going to double Curaga just to play it safe. CG Nicole, I wish we could use his Limit Burst because that would be phenomenal. But instead, we are going to restore some MP and Impenetrable Stance just to keep that mitigation up. We can't do any damage this turn, so what we're going to do is we are going to, which one is it? Not that one, but this one, Way of the Void. We're going to do that on both of them, because within 2 turns, we're going to want to just burst them down. And here we go. As long as we survive this, no problem, we'll be fine. And it looks like he just decided to smack some people around. So he's going to do Impenetrable Stance just in case we don't survive this. We could... We'll see what we get with this Parade of the Eidolons. Okay, we're at full. So, I'm thinking we're just going to finish him off here. So we're going to do... We're going to do the Esper right now. There we go. Those two still have their attack boosted. And to try and maximize the damage, we're going to do MP. We need a ton of MP for heal, because we got Triple Blade active. And he is fire. His fire damage is reduced. So, let's see. Phantom Blade. Sweet. We could do that. Triple Blade. Phantom Blade. And we're not going to be able to do that with him, but we are going to be able to Phantom Blade, Flame Blade, Servant of the Blade. So, this should kill him, no problem. So let's go through and make sure we got everything done correctly. We evoked an Esper. Great, we didn't have to kill him with an Esper. That worked out in our favor. No items, we have not used a single item, and no Limit Burst. We have not done any Limit Burst. So, now what we do is we just chain them up. And let's see how this goes. And there it goes. He was long dead. And this is how the fight goes. So, we'll go ahead and get to the end screen here and watch all those missions fill in. Now, obviously, we could have prolonged that a little bit longer. We could have done a little bit more or a little bit less at a time. We could have not burst them down from 80% to dead, and that would have been no problem. It was just a sustained fight until we got the Esper gauge filled up. That's all we had to do. And there's all the missions done in one battle. Now, you can go through and you can do each one of these missions separate. Like, if you need to use a Limit Burst, that 10,000 red vials, that's not a big deal. You hit a few bonus units on the grinding event, and you got that right off the bat. So, obviously you don't need to do all the missions in one battle, but it's just easier to get it all done in one run. So, I do believe it's going to end the video. I don't have anything else to add. So, I appreciate you guys sticking around watching, and if you enjoyed the video and if you found it helpful, feel free to subscribe, hit that like button, and comment down below what you want me to do more trials on. I'm going to go ahead and try and do trials or trial guides on a regular basis to try and help new and old players alike get through the game. So, I appreciate you watching. Have a good night.